Folks, recently we've lost three giants in our sporting community: Mr. Cullen Smith, Mr. Cal Rayner, and Mr. Peter Lever. As we reflect on their contributions to sports in our community, can we have a round of applause to celebrate them? Thank you so much. Shall we continue? Our next presenters embody athletic passion and advocacy. He's a familiar sight cycling on Bermuda's roads and working with young people as a cyclist. He's also president of the Bermuda Bicycle Association.
Our next presenter, this young lady, is a Hall of Fame athlete at Ohio University, a well-known educator, and has been in the fixture in the local sports of volleyball, basketball, field hockey, netball, squash, and golf. I don't think anything's been left out.
She's a decathlete.
Okay.
Please welcome to the stage Ms. Rhonda Rollins and Mr. Peter Dunn.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, wait, Rhonda, before we get into the business side of it, since this is the second year we've been doing this together, I thought it was appropriate that maybe we capture the moment, but with some audience in the back, so if we could look that way. Wait, got to reverse the camera first. Switch camera, there you go. Okay, on with the show.
All right, here we go. Tonight, I'm pleased to present the recipients of the Special Achievement Award. Peter and I do not know the criteria, and we think we might qualify, so let's take a look.
Special Achievement Awards are presented to individuals other than athletes who have made a significant and sustained contribution to sports in a voluntary capacity. Examples of these contributions are represented by, but not limited to, sports administration, sports organization, sports medicine, and coaching. With a limit of 3 recipients per year, it gives us great pleasure to present to you this year's Special Achievement Awards recipients.
Okay, I'm upset we didn't get it. Definitely not. Our first recipient for the Special Achievement Award, acknowledging a trailblazer in the sport of football. Let's take a look.
Calvin Blankendow. Our second recipient for a Special Achievement Award is from the sport of football. Our recipient is an avid sports fan who is actively involved in the development of football in Bermuda. As a young person, our recipient played football at all levels and was a member of the Bermuda Football Association's national youth team from the age of 14 through 19. His keen interest in football led him to becoming a former president of the Western Stars Sports Club. In 2009, our recipient was asked to serve as CEO of Bermuda's Brazilian Football School. The passion that our recipient has for the sport of football drives his objectives of advancing Bermuda's technical and administrative development and to offer a support network for all youth players irrespective of their club affiliation via life skills programs. We salute Calvin Blankendow for his outstanding achievements in the sport of football.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Minister of Community Culture and Sport, Shadow Minister, Mr. Weeks, and the Director of Youth and Sport. When it was brought to my attention that I was going to be nominated, I did 2 things. I looked at my birth certificate. I said, hey, I'm still alive. That's a good thing. And last but not least, I noticed that my playing career was definitely over trying to make the Bermuda national team. One thing I would like to say is that as I receive this award, I'm receiving it as an individual, but I receive it on behalf of everyone who actually volunteers their time, not only in the sports, but any other arena, giving back to our community. I definitely would like to thank my family. We all know as coaches and administrators, when we're not at home, someone has to take care of the household. To my mother, my wife, and my daughter, I love you. Thank you very much. And to the organizations that I've had a chance to develop my skills at as a former athlete and as an administrator, I've had a good foundation from West Pembroke Primary School to the Work Secondary School. I see Mr. Hart there. Also, the Bermuda Football Association, I want to thank them, Dennis Braun, that allowed me to become the CEO of Bermuda's Brazilian Football School. But I have to be honest, I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I wouldn't be volunteering as much if it was not due to the Western Star Sports Club, better known as Dennytown. And to everyone at Dennytown, this is for you. Thank you very much.
Tell me how it feels tonight to receive this Special Achievement Award.
Yeah, it's a great feeling for all the volunteers in Bermuda, and especially on behalf of my family. It's a great appreciation to be recognized for the service that not only I do, but that we all do, and I've been the lucky recipient this year. And as I mentioned at the actual awards ceremony, I would definitely want to thank the Western Star Sports Club, Dennytown, for giving me the opportunity, and they've allowed me to become the person I am. Good foundation to West Pembroke Primary School works at. BFA allowed me to get some international experience, and at the moment I'm enjoying my time with Bermuda's Brazilian Football School. And as I move on to a new chapter, it's with North Village Community Club, where I'll be looking to take them on to greener pastures. So to Bermuda, I love you and thank you very much.
That is a great tribute to what Cal's done to the sport. The second achievement award tonight posthumously recognizes the extensive contributions of an individual in the sport of sailing.
Our first recipient for a Special Achievement Award represents the sport of sailing. Throughout his life, our recipient made a tremendous difference in the sailing community, serving as a huge influence on young sailors while upholding the Bermudian sailing tradition. Our recipient to this day is the most decorated sailor in the history of local comet sailing. He has participated in numerous sailing events throughout his career, both locally and internationally. In Bermuda, he was a prominent participant in the Bermuda International Race Week and a regular in the long-distance comet race. Internationally, he participated in the Mediterranean with Lord Frederick Bennett, sailed in the Snipes Worlds in Europe with Carlos Bush, and raced comets in the Stone Harbor in New Jersey, Ohio, and the Fiji. Our recipient's love for sailing could not be contained to him. He was also a dedicated sailing coach, having taught optimist sailing at the grassroots level. He had a knack for spotting talent and would often coach young sailors that showed promise. These sailors are now taking the sailing community by storm. In 1986, he was a part of the development of the East Dam Mini Yacht Club, as well as the co-founder of the Mid-Atlantic Boat and the Sports Club. He was very dependable when it came to his beloved sailing, and he demonstrated that commitment when he assumed the role as president of the Comet Class Yacht Racing Association for the Bermuda region until his retirement in 2002. Distinguished guests, tonight we posthumously salute Colin Clark for his outstanding contributions to the sport of sailing.
Collecting the award tonight on behalf of his father's work is his son, Mark Clark.
Good evening, all. On the 25th of January would have been my father's 80th birthday. Last year was the first time in over 50 years he did not take to his boat and sail and race. This award, whilst coming at a time when he is not here to receive it, is for everybody in the sailing community who has actually gotten on the water. The Comet Class in Bermuda was created by sailors long forgotten, but always in the memories of everybody. They were the only class that gave us the plans to actually build the boats to race. We are still the only international clubs in the world for the comic class, and it's 3 of us. East End Sailboat Club, which was formed in 1966, West End Sailboat Club, and Mid-Atlantic Boat Club. 3 powerful clubs. If he was here today, he would thank those of Mr. Millett, Alton Millett. He would thank Howard Lee. He would praise Stevie Dickinson, who is his son until I came along. And he would also look to all the young people that he has shaped and achieved. He never gave up. He never gave up, and neither will I. I thank you for receiving this, for giving us this award, and it will have a pride of place. Thank you. Well, my father was always my superhero. We grew up on the water. I grew up on the water. He grew up on the water. He has been a part of the sailing community, Bermuda sailing community, for all my life and even before. He was not only a founding organizer of Bermuda Race Week, but he also introduced other sailing classes besides the comic class, which he represented to the day he died. As I said earlier, the last year was the first year that he had not been able to get into his boat, his beloved boat. It was the first year that I realized that my superhero had tripped, he was vulnerable. But the people that have come before him and will come after him will always remember him. Like I said earlier, he would always recognize Alton Millett, Howard Lee as his closest friends. They're now having a conversation about what we're going to do. He believed in America's Cup coming to Bermuda, and they're here. He was his happiest moments the week before he passed, when it was announced that we actually were going to have it. He's not going to be here. I'm here, and I thank you. It's an opportunity that I never thought would come, and I'm so glad that it has.
More sports awards after these messages.